What's up, people? JP here again. Today I'm gonna show you a very cheap alternative way how to survive a power outage just in case. Now in front of us we have the Penplex Silent Air, and this version is the plug-in version, and it takes or needs 2D batteries. Just opening it up, and this is only like $24 or $25 in bulk resupply. Inside we have a airline and an airstone that is just came with it. We have a button there to turn it on and off, and we have the power cord to trigger when the power outage is out. And behind we have our clip-on where you want to attach it, and that's how you open it. You have to kind of squeeze it once you first open it. And you can see here it takes 2D batteries. Alright, moving on to the next part. What you need is a thin wall rigid tubing. This is just a 316. You can buy this at your local pet store or eBay. Very easy to work with. The next equipment you need is the long nose pliers or any pliers so you can bend the tubing once it's heated up. And you also need the D batteries. They need two of them in the pump. Alright, how this works is the battery is in there to give the energy once the power outage is out, and this is plugged in, so when the power outage is out and the button is pushed in, it will trigger a mechanism or a program inside that the pump will turn on. So this is only for power outages. Don't use this for a longer term. This is only for emergencies only, just in case. Alright, on to the next part. Now, each tank is very different, so this is where your creativeness and your imagination comes to play. Now, as you can see, I have a cool water just beside me to cool down the rigid tubing once it's heated up. And I also have a 10-gallon tank, that's my spare tank. Now, if you don't have a spare tank, you can just measure your dimension and kind of guesstimate. You don't have to be perfectly tight. Now what I'm doing now is I am heating up the tubing, which makes it soft. It's kind of like acrylic. And what I'm doing is I'm using the pliers to bend the tubing because especially in the very tip it gets hot. You don't want to burn yourself, and once it cooled down, what I'm doing there is dipping in the cool water. Once it cooled down, it becomes permanent, but you can also reheat it as much as you want and mold it again. Now in my tank I have a glass canopy or glass top, and there is no air circulation going in that side. So, and one way I'm having air circulation is I have a fan that I built in. And as you can see right there, I am using from the other side of the end and all the way to the back. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to hide the tube under the sand bed as much as possible and in the very side of the tank, so it looks like it's not there at all. It's just integrated. And this is where a little bit of the hard part is going on. You just kind of mold it back in here and there to make sure it fits snugly. And as you can see right there, there's the L shape, and you want to just kind of guesstimate. As you can see, I'm not measuring any rulers or doing any of that. I'm just using my template and heating it up. And one trick is make sure to heat up all around so it have a even heat spread so it doesn't kink. And once it's cooled down, it becomes very permanent and it stays very good. As you can see right there, I'm just basically trial and error. Doesn't have to be perfect, and each tank is different. You might not have to do this. You might just have to do one side of the back, and basically just kind of go around the rim of your tank and kind of hold it in place until it cools down. You can see right there, it's a little progress. It's not too bad. Make sure to not burn yourself. Don't burn yourself. And these joints or curves, it's not permanent, so you can reheat them and you can remold them into other direction as well. As you can see right there, it stays very good in place once it's fitted in perfectly and snugly. There we go. It's not the perfect job, but it works. Also, you want to clip your tubing. Alright, onto my basement. Now this is where my 10-gallon tank is. Now what I have is I brought my pump and my tubing, and I am just visualizing how it will fit. This is very good step, so you can make adjustments in the future as needed, or if it doesn't fit. Alright, the next step is the installation step. Now in my tank, I have to remove my lights, I have to remove my glass top and my canopy, and then I have to make sure that this thing will fit in between the power head and the filter. I'm just slowly putting it in. And one of my trick is, if you have one of those scrubber, you can use that as a push on. So you can see right there, I'm just pushing it on the sand slowly. It doesn't have to be quick. See, just slowly pushing it in, so it looks like it's hiding on the sand. My shrimp, my clownfish are freaking out. What's going on? Alright, and just do it one side at a time and slowly work over, because the sand kind of compacts itself. As you can see right there, it just hides. It doesn't, you can't even see it, only the tip and in the very back. And that's my goal. Alright, now there's my tube going up my tank. You can barely see it, so that's what you wanted. And the next thing is we have our curve to connect to our pump and air supply. Next step is you want to test your equipment. Right now it is plugged in. We have the batteries in. Make sure to push the button. And how this works is, when you have a power outage, it will kick in and it will turn on your pump, and it will basically send the air in our tank, and I will unplug it to simulate the power outage. And there we go, we have the circulation and air. And this is only on when there is no power, so don't get confused with the regular air pump. Now this type of backup system is only good for a small nano tank, because we have a very small footprint, and it will help oxygenate over time. This will last very long, as long as you have the battery and the battery is working very good and your pump is perfectly well maintained, and you will have no problem. As you can see right there, I'm putting in my glass top. This is what I mean by there is no air circulation on the other side, only from the air fan. Now my light sits on top of my glass top, and my do-it-yourself canopy kind of slides in. And there we go. I hope you can use this information for your own tank and customize your own needs and your budget. And I hope I help you guys. And thank you for watching. Happy reefing. And thank you guys for all the subscribers and comments and likes for my tank. I totally appreciate it.